Marco and I came to Universal Hilton in LA to do a tasting with food and beverage director. We met before, we did the whole tasting. Really loved the product. They placed an order. There's a great opportunity to collaborate on an exciting project, tasting for their guests, and plan our next step to make the collaboration happen, to learn more about mezcal experience, how to drink it, how to enjoy it, how to know the difference between cheap mezcal and good quality mezcal. Finding people alike that very worldwide mindset, rich people with kindred spirit and passion for good quality products that are honest, ethically produced. Very excited. It's going to be a good day.
We gotta do that to millions of other people.
Yes, that's what Jonathan mentioned about the restaurant and what can we do together.
Yes.
This is the experience that most people never get, because even when they travel to Oaxaca, yes, they go to mezcaleria and then people can recommend different mezcales, but rarely a bartender can explain and have enough time because he has to take care of orders and actually give you the story and then how do you supposed to enjoy it.
Thank you for that. That was amazing. And I'm not a mezcal man, but that you just took me on a trip.
You are now.
These like 3 steps that made me appreciate them.
Brainstorming together to understand exactly how many ads are we gonna have and
I'll leverage what we have. Example I saw for the videos, you have story format.
Or also a video as well.
In the video as well.
To incorporate 2 formats that we want to make more consistent. And thank you, Miriam. I know, my goodness, I could see myself. I was overcomplicated it for so long until I said, F it, I'm just gonna do it in the kitchen. Apologies. Who are the people that we want to invite and not necessarily narrowed down to just artists like Antonio Banderas, which would be a dream come true.
That's very cool, yeah.
My own Don Marco.
Now she has her own Don Marco.
Story time. A couple of months ago, I set up a tasting with a restaurant. I arrived to the meeting and nobody showed up from their team because there was a misunderstanding with the calendar. I will be patient. I won't be discouraged. I am not a salesperson. I learn as I go and I do it because I have to, and knowing that it's not necessarily my strongest side, but I learn. So instead of being upset, I stayed persistent and consistent, and I kept sending the emails and calling, and I was able to set up a new tasting, and as you can see, it actually happened. And just a little encouragement for you people who are looking for clients or keep sending your product to whoever to get back. Just keep doing it. It might take a little longer, but you need to stay consistent and persistent with your purpose, and if it needs to happen, it will happen. I'm walking in Santa Monica. Look at these beautiful Christmas decorations. It's Q4, meaning that Christmas is coming. And after the meeting, we decided to take a little walk to another place. I have my one of us bottle. I asked Marco to take a little video of me to get a B-roll for the video. So thank you, Marco, for filming me. Hey.
Don't be shy.
We're just glad that you are behind the camera, Marco. Well, here we are. We arrived to Santa Monica to celebrate our friend Paul Davis, the architect. And today we are celebrating the grand opening of his latest project. We brought some Manavas Mezcal with us to treat the guests and to celebrate this huge accomplishment. of Paul. He has been working on this project, and the way we met, it's another beautiful story. Cannot wait to show you around and the beautiful celebration of art and amazing human beings that dedicate their life to their craft. And Paul Davis, he is one of those amazing human beings. Russ.
A great satisfaction to architects when something is done, goes from being that very elongated kind of process of being designed, conceived, permitted, and ultimately built. When it's done, people can enjoy it. And it's a huge pleasure to see all of you people that I know, appreciate, and care about here in this home feeling good. It seems like you feel pretty good here, you know? And that's the idea about making these places. If people can enjoy them and be inspired and feel at home, that's a beautiful thing.
Good morning. Today is a very good day. First of all, because I'm flying out to see my family. But before, I will need to do a couple of prints and then go to meet with acquaintance of mine whom I have been developing relationships for the past couple of months. And he is the one who runs a very nice curated store inside private club. And it is so exclusive and so private that I literally cannot say anything about it. We had this idea for a long time to develop a private tasting for the members of the club in collaboration with Maestro Mezcalero Jacinto Gutierrez, who is the soul behind Vanavas Mezcal. It is exciting because the members of this club are they are vivid travelers, and they do have a developed palate for unique spirits. The idea is to do the pouring for the first event. Hopefully we will be able to come up with an experience where we can pair one of us mezcal with unique cuisines. Yeah. I thought, should I postpone this meeting or not until I come back to LA? But I just knew that I have to do this meeting today. And while it's super inconvenient for me to live in the part of the town that I live and then go to do the prints and then from there going to downtown and then from downtown heading to LAX, it is a monstrosity of a trip if you live in LA. But I know that it is important, it is my responsibility. And even if I was a little bit lazy last night thinking, no, it doesn't make sense, maybe I should not go, maybe we should do it online, they don't do online meetings. So I have to show up and I have to do what it takes. And I'm grateful for this opportunity and it will be lovely.
You're the safe place I run to when the night gets long. The silent sanctuary where I know I still belong. The steady breath that holds me when my own mind starts to race. You are the safe place to calm in this chaotic space. The easy kind of comfort, the only...
Good morning. You're gonna spend the whole day with me and my sister Sophia. I spent the whole week in Arizona with my family. I have to show you at least a little bit of my life. I'm going to introduce you to my American grandpa. He is one of the, how would I say? He is a very important figure in my life, in my formation as entrepreneur. My dad's grandpa passed away before I was even born. My mom's grandpa was just an amazing human being, very creative, very cool. We spent so much time together. But when I moved to United States, he passed away and I never was able to say bye. And Grandpa Walt, he is this type of human who embraces you with all his love fully. And yet, he's not even my real grandpa. One of my vivid memories with him was when I was 10 years old and I was traveling with my dad around the US, and then Arizona was one of the states. And I was 10 years old, but somehow we started interacting and I didn't speak English at all. I maybe could communicate a couple of words. And then he looked into my eyes and he said, "Rosa, you will do well in life." And I was like, what is he talking about? To this very day, I hear his voice and I hear him saying that I'm one of those people who make things happen. And Grandpa Walt, he is an entrepreneur himself. To me, to hear this from him meant a lot. He just recently had a surgery, and one of the reasons why I'm actually here visiting Arizona is because I wanted to see him and give him a hug. He's talking to the doctor, so we need to wait. Oh, good seeing you.
Get older, the important thing, family. And
But
I put
I mean,
1,000. I mean, it's just what I'm just saying.
Yeah, I understand.
You don't
Yeah,
think about some of
yeah,
those
yeah.
things, but do it and then forget about it. Putting that into investment.
Mhm.
You know, the Lord
So 10% of tithe
and then you live on the 80%.
Yeah.
Grandpa Walt, he is actually one of those people who inspired me to get back on social media. And he said, "Rosa, you have everything, just go and do it." Grandpa Walt, they want to give any advice to young entrepreneurs that trying to follow their dream. What advice do you have for them?
Don't let anyone tell you you can't do it. If you don't believe in yourself, you can never do it. So get an idea, if you got it, go with it. If it doesn't work, well, then start and do another one, because every successful millionaire and billionaire that I have ever known in this world had bankruptcy at least once. So don't stop. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do it.
Believe in yourself. This is what Grandpa Walt keeps telling me all the time. Believe in yourself. We got to the coffee shop and gonna have some time with Sophia, and I have to introduce you to this amazing woman that I grew up with. She is amazing. We got our coffee. We found a pretty safe space here at the coffee shop because I wanted to have conversation with Sophia, my middle sister, Sophia. There is a problem in the world when the most creative people think that they are not creative or that they are not talented enough. And working in entertainment, I encountered so many people that are extremely talented and super creative. Look at her. But in conversations with them, over and over, they repeat that they're not creative enough. And to me, I was always fascinated until I became that person. I feel like being a producer put me behind the camera, and my job was to give everything to creative people to create. That's my responsibility. And in that time, I forgot that I'm also a creative person. And I remember that I had this episode in my life where I started telling myself that I'm not creative enough. And while there were a support system in my life that were telling me, no, Rosa, you are creative. It did not help until this woman entered my life. Sophia is like,
Actually, you entered my life when I was 6.
well, that's right. That's right. I remember you and I, we had a conversation and you said, Rosa, you are creative. And on top of that, you also gave me a book by Rick Rubin, A Creative Act. I devoured the whole book. For you, creative people who think that they are not creative, I would recommend to read it.
Will we put it here? Picture of the book? Will you edit it here?
Thank you so much, Sophia.
From like page 5, I was like, I don't know, like I'm okay. I know I'm creative, but she needs this book and she needs this book.
The main point of the book, being creative, it is for us humans a natural state of being.
But the way you live,
Exactly.
the way you make morning coffee, the way you clean after your dog, the way after you take a walk, and the way how you show up at your work every single day. Like this all is like creative things that we do, and we all are so different when we do this. Just the proof that we are creative. It makes so much sense because we are made, like in Bible says that we are made by
in the image of God.
In the image of God, and He created everything. So we have this creative part in us as a human beings. Like this book is not religious.
But then when we are not creative, we deprive ourselves from being a human. When they ask me, but how did you start thinking about business? I'm like, well, I grew up with a businesswoman in my life. Share your story, Sophia.
It's kind of like you caught me on the point. Like I was not ready for this question at all. I had this like natural skills for like I'm usually full of ideas and I'm like, oh, I should sell this, I should do this. As every like millennial, I'm trying to turn my hobby into the business. It's like our thing. So I was selling stickers when I was in 2nd grade, and I tried every single hobby, like every single thing. I was making like clay beads, I was making jewelry, I was making soap, I was making like candles, I was decorating like wooden boxes, and then I tried baking once. And since I was 15, I was baking, and I bake basically till today. And when I was 18, I decided to start taking orders, like pre-orders for my baked goods and sell them to my friends. I have bachelor in finance, and it was like pretty difficult for me as a girl with ADHD and just like crafts girl was like full of ideas. It was so difficult for me to study all like really strict financial things. So like baking was actually like the way how I was like my coping mechanism basically. I created a page in Facebook and on Instagram, and I was like, well, now I have a bakery. Look, I have a page on Facebook. And then when I was 23, I got first investment to do this in like more professional way, not just baking in a home kitchen. I built the actual commercial kitchen, and I started like growing in my business. I made like every single mistake that I could as a young business like person. And in 3 years, I had 15 employees. Like full-time employees, and I had over 60 wholesale accounts around Kyiv, our hometown, where I was like delivering all these pastries and cakes and desserts to all the coffee shops, and it was like wholesale model bakery for the size of the business. It was pretty profitable too. I had so many plans for 2022. But in February, just in the beginning of the year, full-scale invasion happened, and I had to shut down my bakery like literally in 1 day. And because like I woke up at 5 a.m. On February 23, and there was like explosions in my city, like all this, it was pretty crazy. And it's still going, like almost 4 years, guys. So I wanted to keep my son safe, and I had to just leave as it is. And it was so painful because I was building for so long. I was investing every single dollar, every single idea and passion and energy. I kind of took the stuff and just made a big sale. I sold whatever I could, but they're like all big major equipment. I just donated to another bakery, and they decided to like bake bread and give it for free to people who like kind of volunteering and sending it to the front line, to occupational territory. So it's like, long story. From that day I created the page on Facebook till I closed, it was almost like 10 years. So it was when I was like I started when I was like 23. So younger than her.
Younger. I'm telling you, I mean, that's why, you know, growing up and seeing your older sister making it work, like you see her creating, building, growing, innovating, becoming very successful within the network and Ukrainian network that you have built. I mean, it was always inspiring. And again, I will just repeat myself that growing up with you made it so possible to believe that, oh yeah, I can do like this because you were able to
also,
do it.
let's give some credits to our parents. I was growing up with the idea that I can do anything I want.
And a little Mark, we come from humble beginnings. It's not that our parents, you know, grew up rich and we inherited
we grew up in
we grew up in a small little Ukrainian apartment
with
that my parents were living for a very long time, 5 people in a small apartment.
We kind of had everything. Never had more than one pair of sneakers, you know.
And I was wearing after her.
Yeah, it's like,
and also I think mom was very good at seeing what we are good at early on, like, and then observing it and trying to create the world around us based on what we are naturally leaning
that supports
towards.
our talents.
Naturally born entrepreneur, and you always had such a sharp eye for marketing and trends, and more like instinctually you know what's happening.
Like following trends, like
you create
like kind of
trends.
see trends ahead and see what are people like talking about and stuff like that.
Yeah. Since we need to give some value to people on YouTube, since you're watching, what are the 3 things that you would suggest to somebody who is very talented and naturally born for something big, but the only person that is stopping them from doing something, it is themselves?
Okay, Roza asked me to tell you 3 things. Push, keep going, never give up.
Believe in yourself.
Like, no, I mean, it works, but it's not. Because I was in that point when I was like, I had like such a bad, like negative self-talk. And only when I like talked to the person who helped me just to see this from the side. This is an idea that I'm not like good enough, but it's not me. I am enough. I'm cool. I'm great. Like I'm doing this. But this idea is still there, and I'm just like, okay, I don't want to follow it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't believe it. And you don't need to believe your every single thought. You know. They're just thoughts that are just there, and you don't have to participate, which is every single one. Okay, this is the first thing, right, that you said, and the other one, we're totally forgetting about like this like art of becoming, you know, of this journey that you are on, like doing something. And I'm also like reminding this to myself. So because we're so like, oh my gosh, as soon as I'll get this job, I will be cool. Like I'll feel joy. As soon as I'll like have like, I know, find my perfect partner, I'll be, you know, finally I will feel joy. As soon as I will reach this point, as soon as I'll get this result,
that's when
I'll
be
happy.
Do something what I really
yes. I'll start create after I will get like will reach this like amount of thing. But this is the whole point, that after one after one goal you will have another, and the whole beauty is in this journey, how you're getting there, you're getting there to this point. All this matters, you know.
We want to see you.
Yeah, we want to see the hero journey. Yeah. When I just closed my bakery and I moved here, and I was like, wow, I spent all this like at least 4 years though, like this, you know, like this pushing through every single day with ups and downs, all this stuff for what? Like for nothing. And then what? Like, what should I do now? Like, I am a failure, you know. I closed it. I was not able to like maintain it.
And you were taking it personal.
Of course, yes. And
I
was like, it was just okay. It doesn't make any sense. What's now? Like, I don't have any, any purpose right now. I had a big dream to open my bakery. I opened it. I closed it. Now what? I was able to build here my career, and now I'm working for like one of the best sourdough bakeries in Arizona. And I'm in the leadership team, and I see how my experience from before, how much value it like brings here, and how much like how like of a good perspective I have just because I had this before. And then I realized that like my journey is still happening, you know. I don't know where I will go. I don't know where I'll be in a year, in 2, 5. I don't have like actually clear vision and something, but I just, you know, I just start the process and I just go.
Yeah. And third, create. Just be creative, do creative work. Because what you were saying, that
And again,
instead of fighting yourself, just go and create, put all that into something, and you would be surprised how some things are actually way better than you think about them when you look at them later. So it's like, do things.
and maybe
just
you'll
go
do
and
crap.
create.
Maybe something you'll do, it will be like really bad, and maybe no one even will buy it. And then you'll be like, okay, and you tried, you know, and you'll try again, and you'll try again, and then finally you'll find like something cool, or you'll learn from that experience, or this experience will shape you, or you will just meet the cool people during this process, you know. On this way, you have to have enough like self-compassion, stuff like that, just like to, you know.
Yeah. 3 things: never stop creating, put it into work, manage your negative talk, and know how to accept yourself without taking things personal. Well, guys, I hope it helped. We need to start a podcast. I feel like
We can like talk forever.
we'll like hope you guys.
We should go. We are like going to the theater to watch a movie.
Yeah, but I hope, guys, you took something from this conversation. Thank you, Sophia. I'm here with my nephew at the golf course while he's practicing. And just sitting here, reflecting on the whole week that I spent with my family. And just breathing in, breathing out, appreciating the time that I have. I feel like the whole vlog turned into a very family appreciation and family value vlog. And it just reminded me 2 very difficult years in my life. Those 2 years of building and transitioning into something new, taking the biggest risk of my life, betting on myself instead of finding a safety net. I was fixed on the future so much that I completely forgot about the present and valuing the people, the closest people to me that ultimately make this life worth living and enjoying and being. And also this week, spending time with my American grandpa, who experienced a moment where not knowing exactly what's going to happen, and then him talking about the family as something, the most precious thing in life. And I do believe that even when I'm 80, 90 years old, I will come to the same conclusion. And if anything, as an entrepreneur at 24 years old, building a mezcal brand in quiet luxury category, and this business takes everything from me. That business is an extension of me and Marco. I also learned to balance it in a beautiful way with my family and people that I love. I wish I could see my father. He's still in Ukraine, and I wish I could see him, and I hope I will. Yeah, but just taking it all in and then getting back on my beast mode on Monday.
Every shout I make, every step I take, every mistake, every time I awake becomes a part of me. There's no escape. This is who I am. Don't try to wash away without these.
I just realized that my nephew, the first generation in my family, knows how to play golf. And this is cool. Beautiful. Ready to go home.
This is the first time that we land at the airport, coming from different places, right? I love that I can just say sometimes naughty things and throw your vlog away.
No, you can't. That's kind of the thing. You can't say anything naughty.
Oh, it's arriving. Well, I'm so happy to be home. I have a horrible cold and cough, but it was an extremely successful trip in Mexico. But I'm just happy to be with Rosa finally.
Those escalates are like for $20.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
We are going home. A couple of things that I would like for you to take away from this vlog. I know that building a business is very exciting, but also I would love for you not to idolize and romanticize the way business is developing itself into something real and special. This is not easy. You will be encountering so many no's on your path. You will be getting sick after all your travels, but still need to get back to work the next morning. You will be very, very tired, and still you will need to go and do things that you need to do. I know it's so easy to get wrapped up in this routine, and which is understandably so, especially if it's a business that aligns with your purpose and with your interests and values. The process of building something that you truly believe in, it excites you, but it cannot take you away from spending quality time with people that love you. If there's any goal for us as humans to fulfill, perhaps it will be to spend as much time as we can with people that we love. If you remember your childhood friends that believed in you way before you believed in yourself, reach out to them, say hello, reconnect, make that call to your mom that is always worrying about you but cannot wait to hear from you. If you build a business with love of your life, with somebody that you do life together, you build business together, you have family together, don't forget about each other and don't forget to spend quality time reminding yourself, why did you end up here together in the first place? So if there's anything that you could take away from this vlog, is to spend more time with people that love you and love them back. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to show up in the comments, subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Lord, bless you.